already know what time it is. It's your boy DJ Richie Skye back with some tea, interviews, recaps, and more. And be sure to check the links in the description of this video for trips, for books, one-on-one sessions, and more. Now let's get into the tea. $20 million, Dwight. $20 million, Dwight. Brit said, oh, you know what? Must be the money. Hey, must be the money. Hey. Okay, because Brit said, y'all won't see me. I'm about to get this guap. Baby Brit said, gotcha. Y'all thought y'all got me. Got you. How about this is the $20 million mistake? Woo! Let me put y'all comments on stage. Listen, welcome to the show. Don't say nothing crazy because your comments going to be on the screen. You say something crazy, I got to eject you, okay? I got to eject you, and you're going to be gone for good, okay? All right? Thank you. I appreciate that. Listen, Missy. Come on. So we'll get into a little bit of this. L Chap says, DJ Richie Skye, the network put the clause in the contract that says they can depict you in any form or fashion they so choose. She has no lawsuit. Reality shows always have that clause. There could be some way that this is being circumvented. I don't know. But what I do know is we're going to talk about it. Now, first thing first, all right? Make sure you guys like this video when you walk into the resume, okay? When you come up in the resume, like this video. Smack that like button. And now let's get into it, baby. Let's get into the lawsuit of it all. And in order to have this conversation and this ponderosa in this way, we are going to go to our friends over at the Bravo Shade Room. Now, this comes to us from the TMZ, all right? I want you to read the headline. Brit Edie is suing the socks off of Bravo TV, suing the panties off of them, suing the negligee off of these folks. She is suing the teddies off of she is suing the Tata covers off of these mama jammas, okay? For falsely yet unmistakably implied that the graphic sexual photograph displaced by Kenya was her. 20 million in damages, demands the immediate removal of the episodes from public access, defamation, intentional infliction of emotional distress, and sexual harassment. That's a lot. That is a lot. So the question that I have seen I've seen this question quite a bit too. 5 504. I like that. I like that. I like that. Okay. Anyway, let me stop geeking out real quick. In her post from yesterday, remember, she stated that she what was it? Let me see if I could pull it up. Do I got the image file still? Let me see if I can open it. All right. So remember yesterday when we talked about this, or was it this morning? I think it was this morning when we talked about it because I couldn't do another live yesterday. She says, I did not see the photo at the time. Rather, I was made aware of the photo being presented at the event, and based on what I was told, assumed that it was somehow a photo of me, which is why I reacted in the way that I did. I do not know who that was in that photo, but upon seeing it for the first time recently. So I don't know how she came upon the photo. You know, I do know that they're given usually the last few episodes as the season is winding down. They're given those last few episodes typically right before the reunion films, and we know the reunion filmed on Thursday. So I would have to wonder, because you don't just go into, you don't just decide the day before that you're gonna have this lawsuit, right? So I need to know when she saw it, because to drop a lawsuit like this on the exact day of the reunion, it takes planning, right? And it's funny that it happens on the exact day of the reunion, right? So that, again, like I said, that's planning. So when did this whole situation, when did she start to feel this way? When did she catch wind of this photo not being of her? And furthermore, why would you just simply assume that there was a photo of you slobbing on a knob if you didn't, I mean, so this is my question. If you know that you don't have any photos of you out there slobbing a knob, then I mean, why would you think it was you, right? My first thought would be, well, girl, I don't know whose photo that is that they presented in that thing, but it was not me, because I have not been photographed slobbing on no knobs. So I don't know who that is. That would have been my thought if you knew that was, if you know you ain't got no photographic images of you out there slobbing on no knobs, then you should be kind of like, well, girl, that ain't me, right? That's number one. So then that's what I want to know. I don't know. Surprise, surprise. Surprise, surprise. That was Brit on reunion day. Okay. Surprise, surprise. All right. So those are some questions that I have, right? Like, or do you have some photos out there that might be in the ether? And this is not a shaming type situation, because people do think, when, you know, in your private boudoir, whatever you choose to do, if y'all want to, you know, record, hit that record button, that's up to you and yours. But it seemed like she would have, I would have been on the phone calling up XYZ. Negro, did you release that photo? Because if you did, I'm about to put a hurting on you, right? I mean, now that's the time when you need to be talking about the whips and things like that. You when you call that person that you was having that intimate moment with, and that's when you bring up, I got whips for you. Now that's the person that you need to have the whips for. Okay? I mean, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. I mean, whoever's knob you was on, okay, they deserve that energy from you. Okay. I might have gone back up in that salon too. And I mean, I might have tore that thing up. Okay. And I ain't even that type of person. Period. Period. All right. Next. Okay, so this is what's crazy to me. If the photo was not of you, you're basically saying, from my understanding, let me put the alleged badge up here because don't sue me. But I'm trying to see when she says that when they say Brit Edie is suing Bravo TV for falsely yet unmistakably implied, they implied that the photograph was of her. Did Bravo know that was not you? You didn't know. The people in attendance didn't seem to know. The only person that would have been sure, quote unquote, that it was you should be Kenya. If Kenya is saying, who is this? Oh, let me show you who she is, then it would seem like the onus is on Kenya, because Bravo never showed the footage. Bravo never showed us, I should say, the footage. So here's what I'm trying to understand. If they showed somebody who was not you, wouldn't you feel relief at this point? Is my question. And then this is another good question. Who is, well, you know what? To be honest with you, I don't know where Kenya got. I mean, it's in the episode. It's made to seem as though her investigative person, detective, or whomever, I don't recall, it led her down the path to finding these photos. I could be correct, right? I could be incorrect. I could be correct. I don't know. So I don't know who gave them to her. I'm really more concerned about what printing company printed those photos. And furthermore, while we don't know who the alleged woman is in the photo that seemed to have looked so close to Brit that everybody there thought it was her, my stance remains the same. Kenya definitely never should have shown those photos at her event. Now you're showing photos that that allegedly aren't even of the person that you are going ham on. Now you've been kicked off the show for showing some photos of somebody that no one even knows. I don't know which is worse. The fact that you showed the photo, because I mean, Kenya has to own some of this. The fact that you have these photos printed, okay, and you with the intent to show them, to embarrass this young lady, clearly, as your get back. But now, which also results in you losing at least a year of work, now we find out that all that effort was wasted because it wasn't even that person, allegedly. Now it's a $20 million mistake. For everyone. Okay. So now my question is, do you bring Kenya back with this lawsuit out there? That's what I don't know. So let's read a little further into the lawsuit, okay? All right. She's suing for defamation, intentional infliction of emotional distress, sexual harassment, and more over the jaw-dropping drama that stemmed from Kenya Moore allegedly displaying explicit images of her at her salon opening last year. Now, she filed legal docs against Bravo, its parent company, NBC Universal, and its production companies, Truly Original and Endemol Shine North America, on Thursday, claiming that they knowingly misled the public into believing Kenya did, in fact, distribute photos of her in the midst of a sexual act last June. Brit is claiming that Bravo knowingly contributed to a hostile work environment and sexually harassed her by subjecting her to unwelcome, offensive, and sexualized behavior and comments, by requiring her to show up to work after she experienced what she calls a gendered attack. In her lawsuit, Brit claims the woman on the posters was not her, but says Bravo falsely yet unmistakably implied that the graphic photograph depicted her. Later, airing cast members' reactions to the ordeal in an April episode of the show's 16th season. She's now asking Bravo for the immediate removal of the episode from public access and at least $20 million in damages. She dropped her lawsuit the same day. She said on social media she was not the star of the Not Safe for Work posters, and she confirmed that she did indeed skip the reunion. So I would have to think that with this type of lawsuit, you must be pretty doggone sure of yourself. I mean, I would have to assume that the attorneys have to be pretty sure of themselves that they could get a win in this situation because of the amount that I'm looking at, which they probably won't get. I would imagine that this matter will be settled for much less, but that I could be wrong. I don't know. This is just my educated guess. But Life with LS says it's simple. That picture was fabricated by ML according to the streets of Atlanta. Who is ML? Listen, I think she'll get some type of settlement. But this case is so weird to me because I would assume that the sit down that, excuse me, we'll get to, there's a sit down that we need to talk about as well, real quick, that I want to get to because I forgot, somebody just said something that reminded me of a sit down. Okay. Let me give you guys the other tea that we just came upon as well. So allegedly, there was going to be production was hoping to film a one-on-one interview between Kenya and Andy that would have aired after the season 16 reunion, but they couldn't make it happen. Why couldn't they make that happen? I'm just so confused by all of this. I'm so confused. I mean, there's so many things that I have questions on. If it wasn't actually Brit, is that not a relief? Or is she kind of just in the state of mind that I've already incurred all of these messages from people. You know, she's been. I mean, the girl has. I mean, the people ain't really been liking her since Kenya got put off the show. So maybe she's just got some PTSD from all that. I don't know. And why wouldn't they be able to make a sit down with Kenya Moore happen? I feel like we got to sit down with Robin. Granted, these are totally different situations, right? Some people may not even feel like Kenya deserves a sit down, but I think that a sit down would be beneficial to getting to the root of what really is going on, especially in light of the fact that these photos were allegedly now not of Brit. It's just, again, it, it's very, very confusing. And yeah, I agree. It's too many missing pieces. I just don't really understand. I'm reading some of you guys' comments. Sorry. So apparently, the lawsuit says that Brit was continuously asking for the pics, but they denied showing it to her. Mm. I don't know, man. Like, it's so this hosted. I'm like stumped. I mean, because I feel like I have so many questions, and I do feel like a lot of you guys are saying, well, a couple of you are saying that there's some missing pieces here, and I just kind of feel the same. I feel like something is missing. There's something that we're not seeing. There's something that's being like left out. Um, and I really wish that somebody would answer these questions, right? If Brit was wanting to see the photos, does that would have to mean that there is, I mean, and of course there is some unedited footage, which apparently she saw unedited footage, because what we saw on the screen was blurred. I don't even remember if we quite saw it all. So there's obviously the footage that is there that is unedited without the blur that they could have given her. And so then this makes me wonder, if you knew that this event was such a huge scandal, then why show it? But because it was such a public event, i.e., people were commenting on it after it happened, it almost feels like now you can't hide the fact that this did happen, but you still could not show it. But then the fans would be upset if they didn't show it. So, mm, that's what I was thinking. Like that the person, but we don't know who that person was. And in my mind, this is almost kind of what I think too, is because I was talking to somebody else earlier who also said um via text message that they should have known a lawsuit was coming one way or another. So I'm just mm. I would imagine that they will probably settle. you know, someone said if you were a business owner and this happened, neither employee will remain employed. I agree. Something ain't clean. I don't know what it is. What are we missing, y'all? Like, I feel like I'm on like I'm watching like a true crime like series play out right now, and I can't figure out the clues that I'm missing. And it is really disturbing me. And I don't want to end this live until I figure it out. I mean, I'm just trying to think what are we missing? You so Jay Shalon says, if you have an upcoming lawsuit against Bravo, then you too can get casted for Ross Hospital. Thank you for that super chat. Yeah, I don't get it. Because I feel like Brit filmed she filmed the rest of the season. She did all of the promo stuff leading up to the episodes. She did the press stuff. She did events in Atlanta, at least up until most recently. So because the network had kept her, I felt like she felt like some type of, or did some, and now I wonder, did some lawyer, like, I don't know who's representing her, so I can't say, but did some attorney contact her and say, girl, you got a case? Like all of a sudden, like within the past 3 weeks? I just don't get it. I don't get if that's what you're planning, then I almost feel like I would have not done any of those things. Like I would have been like, yeah, I would have been like, no, mm-mm. So I almost feel like somebody must have recently gotten to her and probably said something like, "Oh, girl, you have a lawsuit." And well, there it is. Danae says her lawyer was finally able to get the footage, so maybe that's that. But God, I would almost feel like if the photos weren't really of you, I would be almost relieved, like, "Ooh, child, they want me." But I guess again, like I said, listen, maybe she played the long game. And that's the other thing too. I guess it becomes one of those situations where, let's say we were all at the job, right? We were still at our workplace, and somebody in a meeting like showed these photos of you when you walked out of the room, right? Now, maybe the entire company didn't see it, but the people in the meeting did. So that would be enough for the company to now have created a workspace where now they have let somebody in who is showing illicit photos of someone they are claiming is you. This is just baffling to me. It's just baffling to me. So I don't know. I don't know. I'm trying to figure it out. I mean, okay, and so then that becomes another question. I mean, when did the workplace become hostile? Because yeah, you did mention, you know, there was some mention of you know, Guns N' Roses. All right. Carrie says, why did Kenya apologize? Um, if she knew it wasn't Brit on the poster, why would Kenya show anyone in a compromising position on live TV? That's something I've long been curious about, Carrie. Thank you for the super chat. For the life of me, I cannot imagine why she would do that. That makes absolutely no sense to me. But she did. So here we are. Again, I call it a $20 million mistake. So many that's the $20 million question. So many unanswered questions. You know? But it's notable that Kenya is not mentioned from what I could see. So I'm curious to see what is going on. Just because somebody just said it. I mean,
is it a coincidence? Is it a coincidence? I ask you.
I don't know. I've been trying to figure it out. I'm reading your comments to try to get a good read on, what I'm missing, but I don't think any of us knows. I really don't. I don't think any of us can really see like what is really going on. Right. That's my other thing too. I mean, whoever it was, they still showed those photos. So I mean, well, she still showed the photos, which is still like um um in my mind, it would be almost the opposite because despite the fact that it wasn't Brit, allegedly, it was still Kenya who implied that it was. Unless the statement is that it was someone else who encouraged Kenya to do that. What comment has Andy made? Has he made a comment? Did I not see it? What do you say? Let me see. Anybody pulled up a comment? Y'all, Lord have mercy. Side note, let me tell y'all the tea that just dropped in case y'all ain't know. Y'all ready for this? This ain't got nothing to do with Atlanta. It ain't got nothing to do with Atlanta, but I'm about to give y'all some tea. Some tearization. Y'all ready for some tea? I'm about to give y'all some tea real quick. I don't know nothing about Andy's comment, but I do know that Rachel Zoe is joining the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills for season 15. Baby, I was not going to watch it. Okay? I was not going to watch Beverly Hills. I really wasn't. I'm going to just go ahead and tell y'all that now. I was not. Now I might. Now I just might. Okay? I just might watch it. So Rachel Zoe is literally a fashion like stylist, like fashion curator at this point, I would say. She had a show on the network years ago. That's where we all discovered Brad Goreski. He was her assistant, and now he's off styling and doing his own thing. I don't know that they have the best relationship. Brad was, I think, very, very cool, and Brad and his husband were very, very cool with Lisa Rinna. I don't know if you guys remember that. I think we saw them on the show. Maybe I think we might have seen them on the show. But Rachel Zoe literally kind of put him on the map. So this should be interesting. This should be very interesting. Literally, she's OG Bravo. Okay. OG Bravo. Nah, because Rachel got personality. I mean, she could. I hope she don't. Rachel's a lot to me. Rachel's a little bonkers. And that's what you need on these types of shows. Like, she's got a little bonkers in her, right? While she be running around with them venti Starbucks cups. Like, I mean, her Starbucks cups, because she's so small, like these Starbucks cups be looking like big gulps in her hands, right? And she's just a little bit more, she's a little bit more spicy. You know what I'm saying? So this is actually pretty exciting to me. Very, very exciting. Yes, I used to love this show back in the day. You could not. This actually makes me want to go back and watch the show, like episodes of the show, because it was that good. Okay, it was that good. Yes, her stuff is still selling today. Yep. Mm-hmm. That show was everything. Everything. Okay. She is. She's literally that girl. She had a great show. Great show. So this is kind of exciting to me. It feels like they're moving into some new directions. I'm interested. I'm very, very interested. Yeah, that'll be funny to see too. Who she already has a relationship with. I'm real interested to see who she has a relation, and I'm real interested to see. I feel like somebody could go. I feel like somebody could go. I know who I would take out, but I ain't gonna say that. Yeah. All right, y'all. So listen, that's the tea I got for you guys today. Shout out to I think I first saw this on Reality Entertainment TV, and then I just scrolled down and it was on Rachel's page. So she has confirmed it is official. Yep. The Rachel Zoe project. I wonder if it's on Tish, do you know if it's on Peacock? Yes. Miami will be back next week. I have not traditionally recapped Miami, but if you guys are into it, I may. We'll see. I'm looking forward to Miami, actually. I feel like I feel like it could give me something that I need. So I feel like I want something fresh, I want something fun, I want something festive. I feel like Miami might just give me that vibe. To me, Erica can go. Like, there's really nothing. I mean, what is she gonna do now? Like, I think it's also about story, right? Not storyline. I hate that term. Story, not storyline. Okay. We do not like the term storyline because it's overused, and I feel like it's overused incorrectly, personally. I think it's sometimes a weak reference that people use when they try to say that someone is simply talking about them a lot. You don't have a storyline. But she, to me, has her story. I don't think that there's much story left to tell of her. I mean, right. I mean, what else are we gonna do? Okay. If Kyle is not gonna tell us what we want to know, then she can be chop chops and go and get on. All right. A lot of you guys are saying yes to Miami. I didn't finish last season either. I did watch the reunion though. Willian is it Guyton or Gidden? Says perhaps the hostile work environment and harassment is from Angela stating that she has miles on her mouth and Faye calling her a woman of the night. But some of that stuff is like, I feel like Phaedra has said much worse about Kenya. So, I mean, I feel like some of that is like, it's just low hanging fruit type shade. So it's like, okay, whatever. So, Rachel Zoe show is on Peacock. Yes, so you can actually go back and watch the Rachel Zoe project because yes. I'm gonna have to go back and watch that tonight. All right, y'all. So that's the tea that we got for y'all. I just wanted to hop on here real quick because when the news dropped, I was at a lunch meeting and I was not able to like hop on it right then and there. Trying to think of anything else we got going on. I don't know if any of you guys are out there who are interested. I try to tell y'all to get on YouTube all the time. I'm gonna do like a little YouTube for business masterclass, I think at the end of this month. For those of you guys who have your own businesses or who want to start selling and or have a product or a service, or you want to get into digital marketing and you want to get on YouTube to do it, like it's going to be specifically for those people. So if anybody out there who is interested, I will let you know when I drop the masterclass link. I just want to make sure that people have as many resources as possible to get on YouTube and do their thing. I think that's about it. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please hit the subscribe button. And y'all like this video. Yes. Yes, like this video. Y'all are so crazy. I'm reading some of y'all comments. Oh my God. Thank you, boo. I appreciate it. I appreciate you. I love you too. I appreciate y'all. I really, really do. I don't know what that was about the underage. I remember Portia saying something about that, but I'm like, well, who was underage? Like, do we even know who it was? I love you too, boo. We've been rocking for a long time. Yes, thank you, Bianca. I appreciate you. Oh, I love and appreciate you too. Yeah, y'all have a good weekend. It's Friday. Be safe out there. I might go live tomorrow, depending on what news is dropped, or I might just get on here live and just talk with y'all. Just a little bit of talking, a little talky here. Sometimes I do feel like Portia to be talking to. We see each other, okay? All right, y'all. Y'all know I love y'all. Catch y'all in the next video.